Imagine your mind is a GPS, a system designed to take you from point A to point B as quickly and efficiently as possible. Now imagine the GPS hasn't been updated. It shows streets that no longer exist, ignores detours, and sometimes sends you down a shortcut that ends in a dead end. Has it happened to you? Making a decision that seemed logical, only to later wonder, what was I thinking? Believing a news story that turned out to be false. Judging someone at first sight, then realizing you were completely wrong. It's not that you're irrational. It's that your brain, in its effort to save energy, takes shortcuts. Mental shortcuts that psychologists call cognitive biases. Today, we'll explore these shortcuts, how they trick us every day, and most importantly, how to start seeing the real map of reality. Think about this. Every second, your senses receive millions of bits of information. Sounds, images, smells, sensations. If your brain had to consciously process all of it, it would collapse. It would be like trying to drink from a fire hose. To survive, our brains evolved to be efficient. They make quick decisions using general rules, past experiences, and mental shortcuts. Most of the time, it works. It helps us react to danger, choose food, and socialize. But shortcuts have a cost. They can lead to wrong conclusions, unfair judgments, and illogical decisions. These systematic, predictable mistakes are cognitive biases. They're not stupidity. They're the fingerprint of how our brain works, for better or worse. There are hundreds of identified biases, but today we'll focus on 5 of the most powerful and everyday ones. The ones you'll find at the supermarket, on social media, and even in your living room. The first is confirmation bias, the echo of your own ideas. It's our tendency to seek, interpret, and remember information that confirms what we already believe, while ignoring what contradicts it. Your Instagram or Twitter feed feels like it reads your mind. Support a political party, and your algorithm mostly shows news, praising it and criticizing the other. Your brain says, "See, I was right." The algorithm isn't informing you. It's agreeing with you. Or think of a family argument. You believe your soccer team is the best. When it wins, we're unstoppable. When it loses, the referee robbed us. Success is credited to skill. Failure to external factors. The second is the bandwagon effect, the pull of the crowd. Also called herd thinking. Doing or believing something just because many others do. Suddenly, everyone is dancing a TikTok choreography or buying a miracle product. Even if you think it's silly, group pressure pulls you in. If everyone's doing it, it must be for a reason. Or picture 2 restaurants, one empty, the other with a line. Instinct says, the busy one must be better. Sometimes useful, but it can also make you miss hidden gems. The third is negativity bias, the power of the bad. Our brains focus more on the negative than the positive. In prehistory, ignoring a fruit was minor. Ignoring a predator was fatal. Imagine a work review. Your boss gives you 9 positive comments and 1 negative. What do you think about all day? That single negative one. Or the news. A plane crash is headline material. Thousands of safe landings are not. The fourth is authority bias, the suit and tie effect. We blindly trust figures we perceive as authorities, even if they aren't experts in the subject. An actor who once played a doctor advertises a supplement. Your brain connects. Doctor on screen equals medical expert. But he isn't. Or a CFO comments on marketing strategy, and everyone nods, even though it's not his field. The fifth is the blind spot bias, the belief that you're immune. It's the tendency to see biases in others, but not in ourselves. Think of a couple's argument. You tell your partner, you only see what you want to see, without realizing you're doing exactly the same thing in that moment. So, are we doomed to be slaves to these shortcuts? No, but overcoming them takes conscious effort like training a muscle. Start with intellectual humility. Begin the day saying, "I'm probably wrong about something today." That small phrase opens your mind. Seek contradiction. If you love a book, read its harshest critiques. If you believe in something, follow someone smart who disagrees. And pause to ask, before sharing a story, making a purchase, or judging someone, ask yourself, am I falling into a bias? Cognitive biases aren't bugs. They're features. They were tools that helped our species survive in a simpler world. But today's world is more complex, and those same tools can fail us. Understanding biases isn't about paranoia or distrusting intuition. It's about becoming better navigators of our own minds, learning to question our internal GPS. So next time you feel absolute certainty, irrational anger, or an impulsive decision, remember, your brain might be taking a shortcut. Breathe, step back. Choose the longer path, the path of reflection. Because often, that's the shortest road to the truth. Which of these biases affects you the most? And which have you been able to identify in yourself? Share it in the comments. And if this video made you reflect, share it too. Let's update our mental maps together.